We are very smart. You said I could do the intro card.
No, I said you could do it for next video.
You never said in the next video.
Shh! They're listening. Hormone regulation. What is hormone regulation? Excuse me, why are you typing random lines on a doc?
We're taking notes.
No. Get your textbooks out. We're learning about it on paper, not some silly online notes.
But they really helped me with my studying.
Fine. I hope you're not lying to me.
No. Why would I? Hold on 1 second.
Beep.
Hello?
Hey, Foster! I'm on the Google Doc right now. This comedy bit you're writing about right now is hilarious.
Back in the...
We've been talking about mitosis, meiosis, and cell division. These processes are important for maintaining your internal state of balance, which is called homeostasis, by the way. Now we go on to a sub-branch sort of category of this. Hormones. This video will be broken up into 2 parts. Hormones and feedback mechanisms. We recommend watching our previous videos on mitosis and meiosis to catch up on any confusing vocabulary. We do want to tell you that this may sound confusing, like the English language. Okay, class, so this word is porcupine, so this word means...
Magazine?
No, that's not correct. It's magazine. Don't you know why they sound different? How about this word? This word is river. That means this word is...
Diver.
No, it's diver. How are you not getting this? Let's start with hormones. Hormones are chemical messengers that are created by something called glands.
Glands are organs in the human body that produce chemical substances. Hormones are created by endocrine glands. This particular gland produces hormones in the bloodstream, and they travel to other tissues and organs around the body.
These hormones are in search of red blood cells called target cells. Hormones activate these kinds of cells.
How do hormones activate these cells, you may be wondering?
Well, we need to zoom in to see the cell's receptors. This is known as the activation site. The hormones are going to be dropped off through the bloodstream, and they will travel through it and try to bind with the receptor of the target cell. It's like a spaceship that's traveling from its source, which in this case would be Earth, and it's trying to land on a planet.
Receptors are communicators for a cell. They communicate through chemical substances inside the body. The hormones bind with the target cell's receptors. Once that happens, the hormone is able to change the cell's activities. The receptor is able to read the hormone's message, which allows the target cell to influence things like gene expression.
Here is an example of what we're talking about. The endocrine gland releases hormones into the bloodstream. It travels through the bloodstream and then binds with the target cell's receptors, and then the hormone will serve its purpose when it's binded.
There are different hormones with different functions. Let's split the hormones into 3 different groups. We're going to focus on sex hormones in this video. The 3 groups are female hormones, male hormones, and pituitary hormones.
Pituitary hormones are going to be classified as hormones that are produced by the pituitary gland. This particular gland is known as the master gland. The hormones produced by this master gland control many different processes in the body.
The pituitary gland is the mastermind, or the puppet master, of hormone regulation in the body, which explains why the pituitary gland is in the brain. For the nerds out there, it is located just on the base of the skull.
Let's take a break from pituitary hormones and take a look at the male hormones first.
Testosterone.
Testosterone is involved in stimulating the sperm production that occurs in the testicles of a male.
Testosterone also involves making sure the male is, well, a male. Because of testosterone, the male would be able to have characteristics like increased muscle mass, a lower and deeper voice. Which sparks the question, does Grady produce testosterone?
Haha, very funny. Laugh it up, laugh it up.
Yeah, admit, that was pretty fun.
Moving on now.
Females have 2 hormones that are produced by the ovaries. And yes, ovary and testicles are considered glands.
These 2 hormones are estrogen and progesterone.
These 2 hormones stimulate a process called menstruation. A video about that will be out soon. Estrogen and progesterone's main function is to maintain the uterus lining, an inner tissue of the female reproductive system that supports the implantation of a zygote if a woman is pregnant.
And finally, our pituitary hormones are going to be called LH and FSH. FSH stands for follicle stimulating hormone. This hormone is responsible for the maturation of the egg in the ovary.
And LH stands for luteinizing hormone.
Hormosome!
LH stands for luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing. That's so weird to say.
One final thing you should know about is something called feedback mechanisms.
The purpose of this is to bring your body towards homeostasis by amplifying a biological response or by inhibiting it.
There are 2 types of feedback mechanisms. positive and negative feedback. Positive feedback will tell the hormone to keep stimulating the process until the desired response has been achieved.
And negative feedback is when stimulation stops completely and the body is returned to its internal state of balance known as homeostasis.
An example of positive feedback could be something called childbirth. In this example, the hormone involved is called oxytocin, but any hormone can go through positive feedback.
The oxytocin will stimulate the contractions of the baby and push it against the cervix of the female. The brain will then try to stimulate the pituitary gland to release oxytocin. Oxytocin will be carried to the bloodstream to the uterus, and the cycle begins again.
Let's talk about negative feedback now.
Let's say you have a thermostat, and it is really cold outside. Your thermostat is going to regulate the temperature inside your house so that you will be able to enjoy the indoors at a better temperature.
And that is it for this video. Thanks for watching.
You said that I could do the outro card!
Oh, wow. So first you want to do the intro card, and now you're begging for the outro card? You're so selfish!
I never get to do anything!